Hello and welcome to our second video. We're ready to start the process of casting now, and the first video I'm going to show you is a very short one. It's just to explain a little bit about how the process works. Okay. Now we're doing this pewter casting, and effectively what we need is a mould to pour the pewter into. We're going to be following a process known as gravity casting, which means there's no pressure applied to the pewter which is going into the mould other than the force of gravity. Okay. And that holds some constraints for us that we need to consider at the design stage. But the way effectively it works is that you'll have two pieces of MDF which form the back and the front of your mould, and inside those two pieces you'll have a piece of acrylic or another piece of MDF with the shape cut out. Okay, and when those two pieces come together, there'll be a void in the middle, and the void will be filled up with the molten pewter. Now, for the purposes of the first demonstration, instead of a piece of MDF on the front, I'm going to use some clear acrylic. Okay, and that's just to show you how the pewter is going to fill up the void itself. Okay, now obviously as you watch this video you'll start to understand what can and can't be done with the moulds themselves. Now we are using, as I said, a clear acrylic just on the front, and because the pewter is going to be at least 230 degrees centigrade, there's going to be some bubbling on the front. Okay, but again, this is just to show you how the pewter casting process works. I'm going to secure this into a vise so it's nice and tightly clamped together, just here. Now normally I would put this quite far down into the vise, okay, but if I do that you won't be able to see what's happening on the inside, so I'm going to put some baby G clamps just on top, just to make sure that the layers don't separate, because the pressure is all at the bottom of our clamp there. Okay, so the process now is I'm just going to go over to the braising hearth. I'm going to turn the flame on, I'm going to heat the crucible up, and at 230 degrees the pewter will start to melt, and then I'll scrape the impurities just off the top, and then I will pour into this mould. So I'm going to zoom in, which means you won't be able to see me. I'll have all my health and safety equipment on, you won't be able to see them, but my gaiters are also on as well. Okay, so zoom in. It's going to get quite noisy because the extractor will be on. So hopefully you'll be able to see just on the video that there are some impurities just inside. I've scraped away most of those now. And here we go. So you can see, hopefully you were able to spot that on the video, the way the pewter obviously filled up the voids from the bottom running through to the top. And you won't be able to see it from this angle in the camera, but just on the back some of the pewter is spilt over, and that's why it's so important to make sure that you've got those gaiters on. So if you're standing behind when you're casting and there's some overspill, then you're not burnt. Okay guys, that's it for the second video.